What's up, guys? Welcome to Fighting Words. Shakur Stevenson, 2016 Olympic silver medalist, comes out on ringtv.com in an interview and says that Floyd Mayweather is all talk. Floyd Mayweather is all talk. When it was time for me to sign my promotional deal, no paperwork was produced. Now let's backtrack. Floyd Mayweather goes to Rio to watch Shakur Stevenson fight. It was well known that Shakur Stevenson's favorite fighters were number 1, Andre Ward, number 2, Floyd Mayweather. Everyone knows Shakur Stevenson is a very skilled fighter, was the top amateur fighter in America and the top amateur fighter in the world in 2016. Floyd Mayweather goes to Rio to watch Shakur fight, to potentially sign Shakur. Just after meeting Shakur, Mayweather pretty much promotes the fact that Shakur has joined the TMT team. So people went crazy thinking that Shakur officially signed with Mayweather. Mayweather knew Shakur didn't sign. Shakur knew that Mayweather that he didn't sign with Mayweather. But the world thought that Shakur signed with Floyd Mayweather. Floyd felt that just by being his kid's favorite fighter and showing up to Rio to watch him fight and having a promotional company, that Shakur Stevenson will, without a doubt, sign with Mayweather Promotions. Now, does that make any sense? Would Floyd Mayweather or Al Heyman advise Shakur to sign with a promotional company because of those reasons? So, after Shakur leaves Rio, he pretty much says on his Instagram that he's a free agent. He's still a promotional free agent, meaning he's open. He's exploring his options, which is the smart business move, which is the move that an Al Heyman or Floyd Mayweather would probably advise anybody to take. He's going to take his time. He just lost in the gold medal round. He's going to come down off of his emotions. And he's going to look at things from a business perspective, see what's out there, maybe start a bidding war, see who really wants him. But it seems that because he proclaimed that he was still a promotional free agent, that Mayweather took that to heart. That Mayweather felt that he should have just signed with him pretty much just because. Now that makes no sense to me. It shouldn't make any sense to Mayweather to believe that, because Mayweather knows what he's been through business-wise by coming out the gate and signing a contract and not really knowing what to expect, not looking at all his business prospects, not looking at things from a long-term perspective. Now, Shakur, learning from these mistakes that his favorite fighters have made, having people in his ear with business savvy and an understanding of the business, he decided to take his time. But this seems to have hurt Floyd Mayweather's ego, because after other companies made a bid to Shakur, Mayweather Promotions was nowhere to be found, and Shakur was waiting for Mayweather to make his offer. They was in the lead as far as who he wanted to sign a promotional contract with. He was waiting for Mayweather's offer. But Mayweather never produced. Mayweather decided not to produce, I guess because his feelings were hurt because Shakur proclaimed after Rio that he was still a promotional free agent. Shakur comes out and says on Ring TV that Mayweather is all talk. Mayweather didn't produce when it was time to produce. Now, when it comes to that, Shakur fucked up. I'm rocking with Shakur. Mayweather is my favorite fighter. He's the best fighter I've ever seen. Hands down. Call him boring, call him what you want. That just lets me know your lack of understanding of the sport. He's my favorite fighter. But Shakur is from Newark, New Jersey. He's from my hometown. I know his family. And the young boy got to eat. The young boy got to feed his family. So I'm rocking with Shakur. But if you ask me, that was his first mistake as a professional. He could have left things straight up. He could have left things 100 and just praised his situation and been happy and joyous for his situation. And when asked why he didn't sign with Mayweather Promotions, he should have had somebody in his ear to have him deflect and steer the conversation back to what his situation is and how much he appreciates signing with Top Rank, and he's ready to move forward. He's looking forward to the future with Top Rank and talk about his situation. But for him to say one of the most powerful men in boxing is all talk, and that this man, Floyd Mayweather, works with the other most powerful man in boxing, Al Heyman, and you say, basically saying Mayweather is all talk, that's going to hurt Shakur. That's professional mistake number one. He got to learn how to avoid those traps. He got to understand that he needs to keep it professional, keep everything on an up and up. Do not burn any bridges and focus on fighting. Now, he has a great management team. I don't know if they were there during that interview, and Jay Prince and Andre Ward. But the next person he needs to add to his team is a PR person. He needs to add a PR person. You understand? Now, when you look at Shakur seems like a very emotional guy. After he lost in the Olympics, he cried, which I felt was authentic and real, and it was okay with me. Now, I think he's a little hurt that Mayweather didn't reach back out to him. And I think he allowed his emotions to get the best of him. Now, he's going to have to be coached on that because he's going to become a brand. He want to be marketed as, the next American superstar over the next 20 years. So he has to understand, don't burn any bridges. Right there, by saying that about Mayweather, he's now competing against, not just on the promotional side, Top Rank versus Mayweather Promotions. Mayweather's going to take this personally now. I think he took it personally that Shakur didn't sign with him directly out the gate because Shakur made the correct business decision to explore his options. But now I think Mayweather has Shakur in his crosshairs. I think Shakur is a target of Mayweather now. And we all know Mayweather is the most accurate fighter in the history of boxing. And this is a bad place to start off your career. Now the expectations of Shakur is going to be heightened. So Shakur is going to be able to dominate an opponent. Every time Shakur make a statement like this, the pressure is going to do nothing but build on Shakur. He got to learn how to keep everything business, stay in the middle of the road with his answers to these questions that these media people are asking him. But now you have Floyd Mayweather on your back, who signed a lot of top fighters recently, who does business with a lot of people in the industry. People are going to choose to do business with Mayweather over you because you haven't proven yourself yet. There's going to be doors closed on you now because of that statement. Now, not only do you have Mayweather in your you're in Mayweather's crosshairs, you're in Al Heyman's crosshairs. You're in Al Heyman's crosshairs. That might be a whole host of fights that you may never get. And if Top Rank does you wrong, which they have a history of doing fighters wrong, if Top Rank does you wrong, where are you going to turn? Where are you going to turn? Not saying that Mayweather Promotions is the only promotional company, and not saying it's the biggest promotional company, but Mayweather is the biggest figure in the sport. And Al Heyman, on the business side, is the most powerful person in the sport. And now you're on their bad side. That's just a bad way to get your career started. But yeah, to conclude this, Shakur Stevenson came out and said Floyd Mayweather was all talk when it was time to sign a promotional deal. He didn't produce the paperwork. I believe it's because Floyd Mayweather's ego was hurt when Shakur didn't sign right away after Rio and proclaimed that he was still a promotional free agent. And I think even on that side, I think that hurts Mayweather also. But it hurts Mayweather slightly. But I think it hurts Shakur more because he hasn't even got his career off the ground. And he's at odds with the most powerful men in the sport of boxing. So now you're at odds with certain television stations. Now you're at odds with certain sponsors. Now you're being looked at with the side eye when you go to certain boxing events and certain ceremonies and banquets. Now people are looking and saying, is this kid A little arrogant? Is he a little overconfident? What will make him come out his mouth wrong about a person that has proven himself over the last 20 years and say that he's all talk? Even though we know it's pertaining to the promotional contract, but you're talking about a man that was all about backing up what he says in the ring, and you could say that he's all talk. That's a bad move, Shakur. It's a bad move. But I'm rocking with you. I'm rocking with you over Mayweather. I'm rocking with you over me. I'm rooting for you to be successful, man. Because I understand Newark, New Jersey, and I understand how hard it was for your family. And I understand that you are a jewel, you are a gem. But you're going to have to get a PR person around you now. 24/7. You have to be on the phone with this person. This person will have to be alongside you when you do interviews. Not to become fake. Not to become fake, but to protect your business, to protect your potential assets, your future assets. You know, don't become arrogant. Don't burn bridges, man. You know? All right, guys, I want to thank you for listening to Fighting Words. Peace.